हमारा परिवार पूरी तरह से बर्बाद हो गया। और एक सवाल कोई कर रहा था, अरे मुझे तो दिखाइए यार,
Was Asad Ahmed planning a daring attack on the police convoy that was carrying his father Atiq Ahmed from the Sabarmati jail in Ahmedabad till Prayagraj? Did he go to Jhansi to plan this attack and himself got encountered by the UP police? Hi, this is Aman Sharma from CNN News 18 and today we are talking about the much publicized, the much talked about encounter which is storming the headlines, the Asad Ahmed encounter which happened yesterday in Jhansi. What is the backstory to it? So let us first dissect what the UP police is saying about this encounter. Number one, it says that Atiq Ahmed was being brought from the Sabarmati jail to Prayagraj, and during this route, which almost takes almost 22 to 24 hours, there was a plan by Atiq's gang to attack the police convoy and get Atiq freed. Now, the police don't say that it was actually Asad Ahmed, but when they say Atiq's gang, clearly the imputation is that it was Asad Ahmed who was planning this attack on Atiq Ahmed's convoy. Why was he planning an attack? What police sources are saying that because Atiq Ahmed has been brought twice now from Sabarmati to Prayagraj. The first was on 28th March when he was for the first time brought to Prayagraj through this road route which passes through Jhansi. And while coming at that time, Atiq Ahmed had clearly told the media that police want to eliminate me in an encounter. He said that also when he was in Prayagraj and when he was taken back on the 30th of March from Prayagraj back to Sabarmati jail. The second time when he was brought, this is on 11th April, again Atiq Ahmed was brought through the same road route from Sabarmati jail to Prayagraj. He started from on 11th April and he reached Prayagraj on the 12th of April. This encounter has happened on the 13th of April of Asad Ahmed. The police believe that Asad Ahmed, on hearing his father's words that he would be killed in a police encounter, planned this daring attack on the police convoy, that he would attack the convoy and get his father freed. That is the reason that the police is explaining for his presence in Jhansi. And finally, on the 13th, the police say while they were sanitizing that route and taking all the precautions that route has no hindrance, and in fact Atiq Ahmed, after completing his police remand, also has to return to Sabarmati jail from Prayagraj. Police say they had a chance encounter with Asad Ahmed, who was on a bike with Ghulam, his aide, and the police chased him. He opened fire on the police and ultimately he was shot dead in the Jhansi division. This presents a very fascinating account of a story where a father, a convicted criminal who is expressing his fear before the police, before the media, that he will be killed in a police encounter. His son, who's already on the run for the last 50 days after killing Umesh Pal in broad daylight in Prayagraj, comes to the aid of his father, tries a daring attack on the convoy and gets encountered himself and killed in the police encounter. This story of the UP police is being questioned obviously by the opposition parties, by the Samajwadi Party, by the Bahujan Samaj Party, who are clearly calling it as a fake encounter. There will be obviously a magisterial inquiry. There will be an inquiry by the Human Rights Commission into this encounter now, which is a standard SOP which happens usually in police encounters. But it also, in a way, underlines the approach of the Yogi Adityanath government towards gangs, towards criminals. When Yogi Adityanath said in the floor of the assembly that hum mitti mein mila denge is mafia ko, in a way, the words have been translated into action. And even after 50-day long meticulous operation by the UP police, where Asad Ahmed many a time gave a slip to the police. In fact, there were a couple of occasions when the police had almost caught him in the last 50 days, but he escaped by a whisker. That was also because he was using very secure means of communication and the police could not really track him so closely. But still, the hunt was on. And it is also believed that it was late last month, maybe at the time when Atiq Ahmed was first brought from Sabarmati to Prayagraj, is when the police first learned that Asad Ahmed's presence could be in Jhansi. And in fact, an STF team of the UP police had gone to Jhansi, interrogated some suspects and taken those leads forward, which the police now say, and they also now say that for the last at least 4 to 5 days, Asad Ahmed was firmly placed in Jhansi. Clearly, the imputation here from the police is that he planned to attack the convoy and free his father, but instead, though the police could secure the convoy and bring Atiq back from Prayagraj to Sabarmati back there and again take him to Prayagraj earlier this week safely, it was Atiq Ahmed who in a way fell in the trap and was killed in this encounter. And there's also this theory emerging now that did the police do it deliberately to bring Atiq Ahmed by road from Sabarmati to Prayagraj, because in a way they also wanted Asad Ahmed, who was hiding all this while evading the police, to come out in the open. This theory is also doing the round that was this a deliberate strategy, because in this age of video conferencing and this age of flying criminals maybe at such a long distance, why did the police chose a very risky road route? At the end of it, Asad Ahmed is now encountered. The gang of Atiq Ahmed in a way is totally demolished with the encounter of Asad Ahmed, because Atiq Ahmed is in jail, Ashrat Ahmed is in jail, his brother, both have been sentenced to life imprisonment. His two elder sons are also in jail on serious charges of extortion, and his third son, Asad, is now killed. His two juvenile sons are in a juvenile house, and his wife, Shaista Praveen, is absconding. In a way, the Atiq gang has been completely demolished by the Yogi Adityanath government. And the Yogi Adityanath government people, when you speak to the government sources, they say that this is a message to every mafia in the state that this will be your end. If you do mafia raj, if you do crimes like the dastardly one which happened with Umesh Pal in Prayagraj. Thank you so much for joining us today on CNN News 18.